Welcome back to another studio vlog. So the holidays are finally over, and who would have thought that getting back to work would feel like a vacation? I don't even have kids, but I sound old. Before the holidays, I landed a long-term gig with my agent. This is the dream in voiceover because you never know what projects are coming down the pipe until they're already at your door. So a lot of times you don't really know what to anticipate from your month financially. Luckily, once you build momentum, then you tend to have averages of how much money you make, but it is such a gift to be able to know what projects are coming to you and have this anticipation of guaranteed income. And this is such a fun project. It's an audio series about Vikings, and it's this fantasy fiction. I'm so excited about it. I have quite a few recordings to do today, and I have a meeting this afternoon to pick up, or not pick up, I've already started reading it, but I have a meeting this afternoon to discuss a book that I'm about to start recording. So that'll leave me with 2 audiobooks, 1 long-form audio drama series that I'm working on with my agent, and a bunch of recordings in between. So first, I'm gonna do some breath work and then get to work. I recently started working on a breathing series here on YouTube and posting that for everyone. When you're speaking all day, every day, you start to carry a lot of tension in your diaphragm and in your throat. And oftentimes, it can be difficult to push your energy around to different areas that it needs to be for your projects. So you find it's easy to find yourself pushing energy, and that creates even more tension. It took me years to realize just how much tension I built up. And stretching helps, but doing breath work really helps reset your central nervous system and get to those deep intrinsic muscles to help those relax as well. Let's go. About every 6 months, I get a travel bug, and I love to travel around the world. And for years, I've been dreaming about being able to travel while I work. I love the idea that I can mix 2 of my favorite things in the world. And the feeling that I get when I think of it is that I would never be yearning to be somewhere else or doing something else. I would be exactly where I want to be, doing exactly what I want to do. So I was daydreaming about Rome and decided just to look it up. And then I was thinking about another mobile studio and how I might fly with a mobile studio and what that might look like. So I checked out Acoustics and found that they have some potential options that I could use if this was something that we wanted to do. And then my husband said that he would be able to take 3 weeks off from work this year and potentially more next year. So, I started looking and seeing what the price of that might be and where there are options to stay that long in the city. Now back to work, I have a meeting with an author and my editor to talk about jumping into the next audiobook in her series. I usually try to do 1 to 2 chapters a day with 5 chapter deliverables by the end of the week. That usually stretches out because art takes time. So today just happens to be an incredibly busy day, and I have so many things to do and work on and get out the door that I just have to do today. And today is the day that my interface has started crapping out on me. It's only like a year old, and it's an Audient ID4, so it's a really good quality, but I'm getting like this white noise. To be honest, for a couple weeks, I've been getting like this white noise, random static feedback randomly while I'm recording, and it'll just increase until I have to unplug my microphone and then plug it back in and then it'll go away for a little bit. And then I just have to keep doing that. And I should have reached out to them, but then I didn't. And now today, which just happens to be a super busy day, my interface did the same thing that it always does. I unplugged it, I plugged it back in, and now it won't pick up the high frequencies. It records everything decently, but whenever I speak with some high frequencies, it'll give that feedback, and I just can't have that. So luckily I have this old one. Where's the knob? It probably fell off whenever we crashed. I have this older one from years ago, and I'm gonna try to see if this old one will work because I've got to get some work done today. So, okay. So I spoke with AKG. I let them know how old my microphone was and the issue that I was having, which I was afraid it was the diaphragm, and I knew it probably was the diaphragm. I think when my interface was having issues, which I had an old interface that did the same exact thing before it died on me. So I think the interface was also straining the microphone because I was getting all of that feedback, and I could hear it in the microphone, which is why I needed to constantly unplug the microphone, which probably wasn't great for it either, to just cut the power like that. But in the meantime, I've been wanting to get another microphone just to see how I like a different condenser mic. I was thinking about getting a shotgun, but I think I want to have a backup condenser mic. Yeah, I'm still deciding, but that's going to be what I'm going to have to do. I need to get a new microphone in the meantime so then I can send off my AKG to have it repaired in the shop. And I guess we'll be doing another microphone review once I get a new one. So I'm going to send my AKG in to get fixed. Who knows how long that takes, but I can't go a day without a microphone. So I was deciding between the two most popular microphones on the market for voiceover. There is the Neumann. What do they call it? How do they say it? I always said Newman, but it's like a Neumann, something like that. Neumann TLM 103. That one is the most popular condenser cardioid pattern microphone, really for professional voice actors. And the other very popular one is the Sennheiser, what is it? Let me find out. The Sennheiser MKH416, and that one's a shotgun microphone. It has, I think it's a super cardioid pattern to it. And I was deciding between the two. The Neumann, I think that's how it's pronounced. The Neumann TLM 103, I've heard comparisons between that and the AKG, and they sound almost identical. And my AKG has the flexibility to change the noise floor, the hertz frequencies, and the decibels within the microphone before it even gets to the interface. So that being said, do I really want two microphones that are basically identical when I'm going to pay the money to fix one? Or do I want to spring for a shotgun microphone that might not be perfect for all of my recording needs? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spring for the shotgun microphone. I do promo auditions often, and shotgun microphones are the preferred microphone for promo work in the industry. And it's a really good microphone. The only thing that I was really considering is you really have to speak directly into the microphone. The moment you get off center from it, it's going to change the whole quality of the voiceover. But it might be the microphone that I prefer when traveling because it has a lot more noise rejection than a typical cardioid pattern condenser microphone. So let's look and see how much this is going to cost us. Oh my gosh. So guess what I did? I booked an Airbnb in Rome. We're committed now. Now we have to do it. And I get to plan everything else with it. It turns out that booking for a month is much cheaper than booking for 21 days. So we have a flat in Rome, city center, booked for an entire month. And I double checked with the owner and I read the reviews, and everyone says, even though it's like smack dab in the center of the city, it's very quiet with the way that the Airbnb is set up. So next up was to book the flights, since we're committed already, and then start looking at tours. It's an historic city, and I just want to be able to soak up and really understand what I'm looking at when we're there. I am over the moon. I'm so excited. So I really need to get started on this mobile studio and make sure that everything is perfect to make my dreams come true. I'll take you guys along. I'll show you what my mobile studio looks like, and you can watch the whole process and daydream with me.